Hello, Patreon community. We are swinging into the new custom community campaign for Gloomhaven. This is one that was released in the week leading up to Frosthaven, and I thought it would be fun to jump in and just give it a swing. I wanted an excuse to learn how to play Gloomhaven solo. I've been spending more time with this game. I think it's absolutely remarkable, but also complicated in some confusing ways. So I thought I would set up and start running through the scenario. I thought it would be fun to be part of the community doing this right now. And I thought it would be a good test run of a different type of content for the Patreon community. I've already been doing some videos where it's a little bit less heavily edited, where we really only have kind of the top and bottom and this time a side shot. But a lot of those solo videos I've done up to this point have been a little bit more contained, right? They've been scaled back just a touch. They've been shorter 20 or 30-minute videos. This will be a longer one in that same format or that same style. I'm not going to do layered music. I'm not going to do a ton of heavy editing. I will trim out some of the open areas. I'll condense it to the most interesting parts of the gameplay. But outside of that, I'm going to try to leave it sort of straightforward and clean. Let me know if you enjoy this. This would be a better way for me to bring different types and larger types of content to the channel. I'm talking Seventh Continent, Kingdom Death, Madara, even some Gloomhaven scenarios. If there's a core group of people that just want to experience the journey with me and hang out and play some games, this is totally doable. And it's different from what I do on my main channel, right? So I thought we would swing into the Blacksmith and the Bear. Like I said, this is a community-driven campaign, so there's going to be 10 scenarios over 10 weeks during the course of the Frosthaven campaign as well, where the stuff we vote on scripts or dictates the stuff that comes out down the road. So if you're playing this, then this will be a good kind of reference point. You'll get to see how it runs. If you're not playing this, you could watch it, and you could still go be part of the storyline. If people enjoy this video, I mean, hopefully I'll be able to play all 10 scenarios and bring some of that additional content. That's the goal. Now I'm going to be honest with you. This is the second time I'm running through this, because the first time I made enough mistakes that I couldn't justify editing and publishing a video. So I think I figured out some things that I didn't know the first time. This is the first day that I've actually tried to run Gloomhaven solo, and monster movement's a little bit confusing. So there's a mix of stuff. I'll probably make some mistakes throughout the course of this gameplay. I personally am okay with that. It's part of the learning process. But if any of you know Gloomhaven inside and out and you take the time to watch this, feel free to point out mistakes to me. It helps me and others learn the game better, so that in the next scenario or as I play more going down the line, you will have, or I'll have a chance to learn, improve, and bring you better content. The other thing I want to acknowledge is if you're watching this, there is a chance you're not currently part of the Patreon community. Now, it only takes $1 to be part of the community. We have a great bunch of people over there, and it's slowly growing, so I'd appreciate it if you'd go join. I am probably going to share this out with, like, some of the forums in BGG, with possibly the Reddit community, with some people on Facebook, just because, one, I'd love to get feedback on things I'm doing wrong. I'd like to learn the game a little bit better. That's sort of these videos are a little bit of a test run for larger, more in-depth content that I want to bring to the channel. And then another part of it is I think there's people playing this community-driven campaign that would enjoy watching a video. So if I can give them something that they'd enjoy watching and still provide kind of additional content for the Patreon, I think that'd be fun. And honestly, I've been wanting to play this. I've been wanting to learn this solo. I don't do a lot of stuff that's not on the channel. I like solo games. I enjoy them, but I enjoy them primarily when I get a chance to play them when it's doing something, when it's purposeful. And so possibly doing these videos for the Patreon community, doing these little, like, a little bit more relaxed, more behind the scenes, may actually allow me to sit down and play games more often and more purposefully than I currently do outside of learning games for the channel itself. And especially now that things are sort of under lockdown. My gaming group and I are primarily self-quarantined. And so I don't have a lot of people coming over to play games. I used to have like 2 or 3 game sessions a week, and Now that's reduced to some online stuff, some tabletop simulator, and then these solo games that I'm playing. So let's go ahead and run this. I have, like I said, never really done solo before. So there's a mix of stuff that I will hopefully get right. I'll hopefully get the majority of it right. I have my reference book for effects and everything right over here, the rule book. I also am playing 2 of the new characters. So in the setup guide, it talked about the fact that this doesn't integrate into core Gloomhaven campaign or scenario at all. So you can't level up your characters, or you can't progress the story in core Gloomhaven by playing this. Doesn't matter. That's all right. I'm playing 2 unique characters, both from the Frosthaven expansion. I'm playing the Blinkblade and the Drifter. The Drifter I've played before. The Blinkblade is entirely new to me. I have ran through the cards. I have a sense of how it works, but it's really cool. I'll talk about that in just a second. It also said that I'd have 30 coin to go ahead and spend on items. I bought some leather armor, and I bought a minor healing potion. I thought those might be useful because the Blinkblade's a little bit of a glass cannon. And then I set up the scenario here for a 2-player game, and I'm playing it on 0, which is like basic level, because I'd like to go through the story. Even if I lose, even if I crumble and fall apart here, I'm probably still going to read the end conclusion and progress through the story, just so I don't have to keep on. I'm going to win. We'll leave it at that. Okay. Let's see here. Like I said, 10 scenarios. The story will progress with you. The items that are available, the money you have to spend, all of that will progress throughout the journey. And let's go ahead and start with an introduction. Real quick, before I do the flavor text, again, if you're not a Patreon member and you're watching this video, please check out my main channel, Quackalope, on YouTube or any of the other Quackalope kind of sites to see the type of stuff we really do. This is a scaled back version of what we actually do on the main channel. Check out the Frosthaven coverage to see the quality, the B-roll, the music, everything like that. Again, this is maybe 30% of what I do in a actual fully produced piece of content. Rocky start. The goal, kill both Savos. Introduction. You kill for a living. It's kind of your thing. People give you money and then you solve their problems with violence. Your profession does not typically require subtlety. And so now, traipsing through the Copperneck Mountains, you're wondering where you went wrong. There hasn't been anything to kill in days. Back in Gloomhaven, you were hired by a blacksmith to search for a rare metal he needed for a lucrative commission, something called star iron. It wasn't clear how you'd be killing things, but the Coppernecks can be a dangerous place, Ken being the operative word. This search has been dull as an executioner's axe after a full day of work. That is, until 2 Savos emerge from the ridge above you. You trespass upon our sacred site! One of them yells down at you, and then begins making threatening gestures. Flee, or face the wrath of the earth! You try to be civil and explain what you are doing, but at the mention of star iron, the 2 Savos go absolutely berserk, howling and throwing elemental magics at your head. You weigh your options. Given their position at the top of the ridge, it will be a difficult fight, but if you flee, they're sure to cut you down. The only choice is to do what you do best. So, Savoses are up here. I'm trying to kill them. This terrain is impassable, so I'm going to have to rely on a mix of range sort of volley attacks, it seems like. These locations, A, B, C, D, E, F, are all adjacent to them. And every turn, first off, their health is going to be double. So the 24 and 26, holy cow. And then they're also going to each create an avalanche, which triggers a trap based on what they draw. And they're going to summon more elementals. So, we're in a bit of trouble. Oh, and let me tell you about the Blinkblade. So the Drifter is going to have a bunch of abilities that sort of power him up as he goes. So I'm going to set this over and leave this here so I can reference what each of their draw triggers. So this will tell me, like, when they're drawing from their deck, what sort of traps and stuff they set off. So the Drifter is going to have a series of abilities that sort of chain or build or construct his power as he plays. You'll see that throughout the course of the game. Also, I have a beautiful painted miniature there. And I have my Blink Blade, which still needs to be painted. I will do that before I actually film stuff for the official main channel. I'll probably do that tonight or tomorrow. I like sitting down and painting. I did this guy. I painted this one in the style of the swarm of insects, the purple, kind of purple color. So, the Blink Blade is going to have this card over to the side and operates in a really cool way. It's going to be a fast and a slow ability card. You'll see that in these abilities. It can either go really, really fast with some super powerful attacks or slow down to buff itself to prepare for another volley. If you declare fast, you have to have a counter on your card in order to do so, which gets removed for you to do your fast action. You're always going to start with 1, and you can only get 2 by buffing, but certain cards will be able to build and give you them back. If you declare slow, you're going to add a counter up to a maximum of 2 for that mechanic, and you're going to do the slow initiative and the slow effects on the card as well. So you'll see how that operates. It's really cool. The Blink Blade's a fascinating little character. So, the last thing that I'll acknowledge before I start swinging into this, other than the fact that I'm going to reiterate the fact that I will probably get a few things wrong. I will do my very best to be as accurate as possible. But the main goal of this is to show off the story and have a little bit of fun and just kind of enjoy a game together. The other thing is I will still cut out the moments where I'm sitting here staring at my cards in silence trying to decide what I'm going to do. I will cut through those so that you do not have to sit and wait for me to make my choice. And then I will jump back in at the point where I'm ready to start acting. So, thank you for being here, and let's kill some big guys. Possibly. Maybe. So, I think I'm ready to act, and I'm going to be doing some big plays with both my characters. I'm going to start off strong and aggressive and try to get some damage laid down on this board so I can control what's happening as quickly and efficiently as possible. I feel like I'm under a little bit of pressure. So let's see if this is going to work. Over here with my Blink Blade, I'm going fast, which will remove the counter. I'm using a coin as a counter. And I have an initiative of 19. Over here with my Drifter, I'm moving a little bit slower. I'm going to be going at a 66. And I'm hoping that he gets up and he can actually do a very solid attack against one of these top guys. And I'm looking at this here. I could start anywhere down here. I'm going to start the Blink Blade there in that location so I can actually use my movement appropriately. Let's go ahead and cycle these to see what we're bringing. So starting with both of the top guys, initiative 68, initiative 19. Then we have a Wind Demon, initiative 2. That's great. And then we have a Earth Demon at initiative 62. So 2, then 19, 19, then 66, 60, then 62, 66, 68. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Starting with the Wind Demon. Shield 2, Shield 1. Starting with the Wind Demon. Shield 1, move -1. So over here to the Wind Demon has a normal move of 3. So move 2. So it'll move towards the Blink Blade here. 2. Attack -1. It has a range of 3, so it can still attack. And it will consume any active thing to buff Wind. There's nothing to consume, so it can't currently buff Wind. Attack -1, so an attack strength of 2. Let's go ahead and draw from the monster deck. Miss. Perfect. Awesome. I'll take it. And a reshuffle. So, hard miss there. Moving on to... Now, I'm not sure who technically goes first. If it is the monster or me. Let's lead with the monster first, because I typically, when I don't know something, try to choose in favor of what makes it harder for me. So, Savos. This is going to be the ice. He's right here. Shield 1, move. He cannot move where he is. Attack -1, range -1. He's not going to be able to reach anyone. This is going to get buffed. Shield 1, affect self and allies within a range of 2. He's not going to be able to buff anyone because no one's within a range of 2. And then he drew initiative 19. So that's going to be column C. He's going to summon a wind demon. Great. So these guys are going to start populating the board with more and more of these elementals. I really need to get up and destroy them before the elementals sort of consume me. That's why I was trying to do as much damage as quickly and efficiently as possible. Okay, moving over to my Blink Blade here. I'm going to start with a move 2 and then attack 2. And that's because I used my fast token. So move 2, attack 2 on the Earth Elemental here. So let's go ahead and cycle. What's that going to be? +0, 2 damage coming into the Earth Elemental. And this is number 6 for a total 7 damage needed. Then I'm going to come up here to Cascading Reaction. Now this is going to be a full discard card. So this is one of the more powerful attacks. Attack 3 on the Earth Elemental. +2, attack 5. That's enough to get rid of him. Beautiful. Put a coin down. That was awesome. Okay, move 3. 1, 2, 3. Attack 3 on number 4 wind there. Attack 4. The wind only has a shield of 1, but has a health of 3, so I'm going to punch through that, and I get rid of a wind elemental as well. Good. That's exactly what I wanted. And I would have caused wounds, and I would have gained experience there if I was tracking that. I'm not currently, because I'm just going to kind of level up as the story goes on. Moving over here to my Drifter, I think, right? 62 is going to be Earth. Earth is dead. Good. 66. Yep, and then 68 up top here. So I'm going to move 4, attack 2 at a range of 3. But first, I'm going to do this. So this is the mechanic for the Drifter. I'm going to install this, which is like a buffering ability. Use this as a little marker here. The next 6 times you perform a range attack, add +2 attack strength. So I'm going to move forward 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's check his card, because I'm allowed to do that. 68 is going to trigger here in E. So I'm in a good position at the moment. And then attack 2 at a range of 3, but I'm going to add 2 to that total attack value, so I'm attacking with a total value of 4 and sliding that down. Attacking with a total value of 5, coming into the fire, the lava flow, and that will be 5 damage. Moving up here to the lava flow, he's not going to be able to move, will be able to attack, range 3, target 2, and he's going to buff fire. Range 3, he'll only be able to target me. Attack -1, normal attack strength is going to be 3. -1 is going to put him at 2 times 2. So 4 damage coming in. That drops me all the way down to 6. And I do not have a shield or a buff. Let's go ahead and use my leather armor here to give him disadvantage. I'm not sure if I have to trigger that before or after, but let's trigger that there. So disadvantage is going to mean he only does 2 damage coming my way, but these will still get reshuffled because he did draw his double damage thing. I know in Kingdom Death I can, decide to do things like dodge and move after something's been drafted. Sort of the judgment call I'm making. Okay. Let's see. So this has been tapped, so I won't get this back until the long rest happens. But this is still here. Isn't it? No, it's not. That is not still here. I did not realize I was getting rid of 2 cards. Wow. All right. Top of the round. This one gets reshuffled. And let's see if we can keep on laying down damage. I don't know if it was more beneficial to attack one at a time or just start chipping away at both of them. I'm not sure. All right. Let's see what we can do. All right, so I think I've gone ahead and selected. Over here, I have to go slow so I can get another counter back for my Blink Blade. Slow means I'm going to be going at a 47. Now I will be able to do a nice solid attack and potentially heal myself. However, I'm probably going to muddle myself in the process. And then over here with my Drifter, I'm going to keep on trying to do ranged attacks. That's the thought process. And I think because I'm going a little bit slower as well, I have a 27 initiative. There's a chance I'm going to get hurt, so I might be able to heal myself up too. I want to kind of maintain my health. So Savos is first. Summon normal Flame Demon. Good. Good. Okay, so this gets pushed up. That's already where it is. This one was actually waning. Flame Demon's going to be summoned. And we will stick him right here in adjacent C. Oh, well, that's going to happen on 97. Sorry, not quite yet. I was just dealing with it. Summon normal Wind Demon. Great. Because it's not like they're not already summoning enough creatures. Because when they pull specific cards, they're going to summon... Okay, but that's actually all right, because that's exactly what they're going to be summoning here as well. So I don't think they summon double. I don't think so. That's the judgment call I'm making. And then with a Wind Demon. Push 1, target all adjacent enemies, attack +0. If there's green, range 2. There's not. So let's see here. 43, 98, 97, 69, and 27. We're going to start with a Drifter over here. So we can move 2, and then we can heal 2. So let's go ahead and move up. Let's heal 2, putting me back up at full health at 10. Then attack 1, range 5, poison. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's go ahead and poison our Ice Storm guy over here. Or do I want to continue chipping away at lava? Now, let's poison the ice guy. See what we can get. +1. So attack 3, 4. Now he has Pierce, but he has no shield. So 4 damage coming into him. And he's going to be poisoned as well, which is important because that means he will take an additional wound whenever we hurt him. Okay, these are not going to be discarded. Lucky enough. And then we have our initiative over here with the Wind Demon. Wind Demon is going to push, target all adjacent enemies. No one's adjacent. Attack +0. Wind Demon already has range, so is going to successfully target and attack the Blink Blade because the Blink Blade is the closest. -1. 2 normal attack, 1 normal attack coming in. Drop down to 7. It's all right. I don't hate that. Then it's going to be the Blink Blade. So I was really expecting him to move into me. That kind of stinks because I was really I was playing off of the concept of him moving in. So I can do an attack 4. And I really hate losing this card. I don't need the health. I don't have to move. And I hate losing a card just to gain a counter up top here. Okay, this is going to be sort of a scrap turn. Attack 4, I have no one that I can attack. Slow, I'm going to go ahead and muddle myself. That stinks. All right, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to gain a counter. Gain a counter. Move 2. Let's move forward. Let's check where this is going to trigger. Okay, they will be next to me, but it will not trigger a trap on me. And then heal 3. So I'm going to go back to full health. This is going over here. That, I'm not using my cards efficiently. Especially because I have a healing potion over here. All right, moving up to the lava. Lava is going to summon in F, and Ice Storm is going to summon in C. There's already something in C, so the next available slot would be there, because those are considered adjacent. I think that's right. Nothing gets reshuffled. Wind gets buffed. This is now gone. This gets buffed. And I think we're back up to the top of the round, so I'm going to look through my cards and try to decide what I would like to do. Okay, I think I've made my decisions. Initiative is going to be 23 over here with the Drifter. I'm going fast, so I'm going to spend one of my tokens, and it'll be 20 here with the Blink Blade. Check out Savos. 51. 35. It's going to be a reshuffle. Wind Demons. 43. There's no Earth, but there is a Flame. Flame is going to be going at 8. Ouch. All right, Flame. Move -1. Create a 4 damage trap in an adjacent empty hex closest to an enemy. So this would be the adjacent empty hex. Let's call this a trap. Pop that down there. Okay. And that's going to be a 4 damage trap. So it would be nice if I could push him onto it so he can absorb that trap. Then he's going to consume something in order to buff Flame. Flame is already buffed, so I think it stays just like that. So that was 8. 20 is going to be next, then 23, and then we'll be back up here to initiative order. So 20. I have attack 3. I have attack 3, and since I'm fast, I get +1 attack power, and I get wound on this. Now, I wish I had ranged, but I don't. So, attack +1. Let's target the wind guy here. This hopefully will be enough to punch through. -2. It's not going to be enough to punch through. That is going to be attack power 1, blocked by the shield. Now, if I don't actually do damage, do I attach the wound? I'm not sure. I'm going to go ahead and I don't think if I don't do damage, I don't think I actually attach a wound. Well, there's a comma. I'm going to say that I attach a wound. We'll see. We'll see. And then I'm going to be able to do Muddle. Target all enemies within range of 2. Slow. Oh, and wasn't I muddled as well? I was. I was confused. Okay, so I should have drawn 2. Doesn't matter. Still would have been the same. All right. Now I'm muddling everyone here because they're all in a range of 2. So that means their next attack will have disadvantage. Correct? Muddle. Disadvantage. Yep. So muddled. Wind Demon number 5. Wind Demon number 6. And the ice. Muddled. Okay. That's a thing. I don't lose either of these. So they pop in over here. Now we're going on with the Drifter Knight. I'm going to add this as one of my abilities. The next 6 times an enemy within range 2 performs an attack targeting you, gain retaliation 2, and gain range 2 for the attack. So if this guy hits me, I can hit him back. And then attack 1, range 2, target 2. So I'm going to be able to target both of these guys. I have a muddle attached to this, and this is going to be going twice. So both of these are going to be attacking with a power of 3. So let's start up here against our lava flow. Power of 3 coming his way, +1, power of 4, no shield. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Puts him at a total damage of 9. We're looking for 26 to actually kill him. And a muddled, which is good. Moving over to the lava. Flame Demon has a shield of 2, but only a health of 2. So I'm attacking with a power of 3. Let's do it. -1. Power of 2 is going to hit that shield, but it is going to be muddled. It's Flame Demon number 5. All right, those are my 2 attacks. And then we need to deal with everyone else. So Wind Demons need to go. Move -1, attack +1. If there's a wind, they can target 2. There is a wind for them to consume, but they don't need to target 2 people because there's not 2 people there available for them. They're both going to be attacking my Blink Blade. They both are muddled, so they'll get disadvantage on this, right? On all of its attacks. At the end of the next turn, the muddle token's removed. So, disadvantage on these attacks. Normal attack strength is going to be 2. So attack 3 against the Blink Blade. +0. And critical miss. Beautiful. Okay. So 5 misses. Second one. -1. -1. Attack strength 2, dropping me down to 6. Then we're going to move up to... Oh, well, Savros should have already gone. Well, let's trigger him now. It's this whole math and numbers and kind of the order that they come, right? So, Ice Storm. Ice Storm is going to go. Move, cannot move. Attack -1. He does have enough range to target me. He will buff Winter there. His normal attack is going to be 3. So 3 damage, 2 damage coming my way. Also has disadvantage. Critical miss is going to hold him down. Okay, critical miss coming from him. And then we're moving. We got to trigger his thing. So 35. He's not going to summon anyone, but it is going to strike me. That's going to be a trap damage of 2. So I'm down to 4 health. Not good. And then Lava Flow. All enemies suffer 2 damage. Wound all enemies. Disarm all enemies. There is a fire, so wound all enemies. That's horrible. That's an awful card. 2 damage. 2 damage. And wound and wound. So at the top of a round, we are going to take damage. Now, number 5 should have taken a piece of damage because he's also wounded. Well, that's horrible. So, and that was the end of this guy's turn, this one's turn, this one's turn, this one's turn. Well then, this gets reshuffled. It's like I said, there's a chance that even on easy, I may not be equipped or skilled enough to win. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's looking more and more that way. Okay, I think it's time for me to go ahead and pick some cards. Oh, all right. I think I've done what I need to do, but I think I'm setting myself up to die. So let's see here. 14, and I'm going to be going fast over here, and 24. Savros, 68, 14, 37, and 30. Now, did I check 51? 51 should have summoned a Flame Demon in D. Great. Oh my gosh. So, 14, this guy's going to go first. Shield 4, heal 2, range 3. If there's ice, plus 3 heal. And then if there's wind, there's going to be an attack. So heal 2, range 3. Who's he going to be healing? He could heal 1, 2, 3. He could heal number 6 over here. Number 6 isn't damaged. I think he's going to heal this guy for, I think, poison gets healed. I think that's how that works. Okay, 14 down here with me. We're going to be doing attack 3. If this attack kills, I get to move a counter back. So let's do an attack 3 on this newly summoned Flame Demon. -1. Attack 2. It's not even going to get through the shield, so that didn't work. And heal 2 on my Blink Blade, popping it up to 4, and taking 1 damage over here because of this wound. And I believe wounds stay. Yeah. Yeah, wounds stay just like poison stays. Okay. Moving this over, come over here to Blink Blade at 24. I think that's the next fastest. It is. So, here's what I was thinking. Attack 2, this is fast. So, attack 3. Let's target number 6 Wind Demon. Attack 3. Attack 4. Wind Demon, shield 1, 3. That's enough to take it out. Then move 2. 1, 2. And then down here, we have move 3. Let's check where Lava Flow is spawning. 68. E. So right where I am. So if I just move up, to this location, I'm okay. I'm convening over here to maybe hopefully help manage this and allow the Drifter to continue chipping away at them. I don't really have a great plan at the moment. And I have Retaliate 2. So that'll hang out. And my Buff Wind. Okay. Then up top here, the next person is going to be Flame, then Wind, then Lava Flow. Flame. All adjacent enemies suffer 2 damage. If there was fire. There's not fire. Good. Move 0, attack -2, and targeting 2. So both of these are going to be able to target my Drifter. One of them is going to be able to target both of them. The Flame Demons have an extensive range, a normal attack of 2, so they're both going to wound us. They're not going to actually do any damage, and one of them is going to wound me twice. Now, can wounds stack? Nope, only one of each condition can be applied. So the wounds are coming off. Oh, and the heal that happened over here from him would have healed this instead of giving him 2, so we're still down here at 2. Good. And there was a targeted attack. Let's check the condition for Retaliate, because it's important to know. So, my sense of things, you can correct me if I'm wrong, is targeted attacks like these would receive the Retaliate ability. So this would get to retaliate twice for 2 damage on each of these flame guys. So let's go ahead and do that. 2, 2. Oh, and did they get to draw up? I suppose they did. So 6 on the Blink Blade, critical miss, so it wouldn't have added a wound. I don't know if I still get to retaliate then, though. 6 on the, let's say no. 6 on the Drifter, another critical miss, so no retaliate. But I already had a wound. It's not doing anything. And then the other guy, 5, +1, so 1 damage coming in, but I would get to retaliate for the 2 damage. Yeah. 5's the one that has the muddled. So +1. So this drops down. You take 2 damage. Okay. And then moving up here to Lava Flow. Move 0. Attack -1. Regular is 3. So 2. Range 2. Target 2. Now he's going to be targeting both of us. And he'll buff Flame. Targeting Blink Blade. +1. 3 damage coming towards the Blink Blade. I have to get rid of a card, which means I'm not going to have the cards that I need. So I'm going to die. Okay? And coming in towards the Drifter Knight. 3 damage coming into the Drifter Knight. Down to 3. So I know there's things I could have done better. Could have been a little bit more efficient with my cards. I could have sent both of them up one side to target one of these guys first. I had a healing potion I forgot to use last turn. I still don't know that I would have been able to, like, defeat this encounter. I mean, this was intense. I don't know if I'm playing something slightly wrong. I mean, I got some damage down, but 26 and 24 health over here with these guys. And they're summoning creatures and laying down traps every single turn. I mean, just like piles and piles of damage coming down on me. Now, this is the first time that I've run it solo, so there's a chance that I'm missing things, a solid chance, but that was a thing. That was a thing. Yeah, I have heard that the first time venturing into Gloomhaven on your own can be daunting and not always, until you figure things out, not always go as planned. So we'll keep that in mind. Let's just say, for entertainment's sake, that I had a remarkable battle, actually survived to the end instead of having my Blink Blade die now, and my Drifter dead next turn, pretty much, because he was taking 2 more damage as well, because this was triggering right down the middle here, so he was down to 1 health remaining. So we'll call it what it is. But let's say I won this encounter. Let's go ahead and read the conclusion and resolve the story and learn from this and hopefully come back at it with a little bit more experience. Conclusion. The Savras yells in pain and teeters on the edge of the rift before kneeling over and toppling off, landing with a crash at your feet. It was tough, for sure, but you were tougher. You sit for a minute and collect yourself. You're still no closer to the Star Iron, but judging from the Savras's reaction to its mention, it very well could be close. You just need to rest for a bit before heading farther into the sacred site. Before you've had much of a breather at all, however, an earth-shaking bellow sounds above you, higher up on the ridge. You look up expecting more Savras's, but instead you see a massive bear, larger than any you've encountered before, covered in snow-white fur. It is barreling down the mountain, charging straight at you. Rewards, 10 gold each, and 1 checkmark. So, that's been a dive, a failed attempt at playing Gloomhaven. Thank you for joining me. I will probably leave this set up and give it one more swing in silence on my own. I'll let you know if I make it. This seems really hard. I don't know what I'm missing. This seems, it could be the characters that I'm using. You could tell me if maybe this pairing wasn't initially the best or if I was overlooking something, but man, I felt strong coming out of the gate, but very quickly was unable to really get up there and get damage laid down and actually kind of handle what's going on. So it's a thing. Thank you so much for joining me. If you've made it to this point in the video, again, like always, let me know your thoughts on this format. This is a good way for me to test run longer, more loosely edited styles of content. So this would be the best way for me to bring you things like Gloomhaven, Seventh Continent, Madara, kind of those big box games that I like a lot but have trouble bringing to my channel because they take an immense amount of time to edit, and the odds are people don't want to see a 10 or 15 episode campaign. This is something where I could set up, film, quickly turn it around, and get you reasonably quality content, and actually tell a story, actually go through a campaign, actually have a full-on journey. I still like Gloomhaven. I'm just having a hard time figuring out these characters. Not these characters, just the game. It's a lot.